Let's imagine that a biological weapon has appeared in the world that can cause various diseases. Tuberculosis, hepatitis, salmonellosis, dysentery, influenza viruses, meningitis, intestinal infections, genitourinary tract infections, gastroenteritis and throat infections. And such weapons have existed for a long time. This is ordinary paper money. Dirty money is not always a figure of speech. Most often, money is literally dirty, collecting a large number of microorganisms and bacteria. We will tell you how dirty paper bills are, what is the chance of getting sick from them, and what to do to avoid getting an infection. Cash is indeed one of the main carriers of bacteria and viruses. No wonder. Bills pass through dozens or hundreds of hands, are stored in pockets and travel from city to city. In a 2017 study, scientists used a regular US dollar bill to find out what lives on paper bills. The most common bacteria were those that cause acne, mouth bacteria, pet DNA and viruses. In another study, scientists found that up to 500 types of bacteria and 3 to 4 types of mold fungi live on old banknotes. When the plague raged in Europe in the 17th century, money was considered one of the reasons for the spread of the Black Death, although at that time no one knew the role of bacteria in infections. That is why in England, all coins that were used to purchase goods from places where the disease was raging were placed in a vinegar solution. This solution was poured into troughs set on stones that once served as the basis for crosses. Such stones stood in market squares, and are still preserved in some cities in Britain. So, which countries have the dirtiest money? First place. It is divided between the Romanian leu and the Chinese yuan, so a 100 yuan bill can contain 180,000 bacteria. Second place. Danish krone, 40,000 bacteria. Third place. Swiss franc, 32,000 bacteria. The Russian ruble and the euro, about 30,000 bacteria, are not far behind. The dollar is the most popular currency in the world. Almost all dollar bills are contaminated. 93 types of pathogenic bacteria were identified on the green ones. How does infection occur? Scientists believe that theoretically, to become infected, it is enough to hold a bill in your hands and then, for example, start eating a pie or a sandwich with unwashed hands. Contaminated money contains bugs that are carriers of infection for all the diseases already described above. Bacteria enter the human body through microcracks in the hands and through the mucous membranes of the mouth and nose. Therefore, the risk of disease is very high. The bugs cannot infect new banknotes, but they are at home on damaged and worn banknotes. Therefore, such banknotes are potential killers. In a number of countries, banknotes are treated with ozone and ultraviolet light. In Japan, money is disinfected at a temperature of 200 degrees. Essentially, these are ATMs into which dirty money is deposited. In a matter of minutes, the machine erases the money and spits it out completely new and fresh. And in India, dirty banknotes are washed with water and soap. It's a whole business. And very profitable. Indians with old rupees line up. By the way, money washers also specialize in restoring banknotes. They seal the torn pieces of banknotes with adhesive tape, and patch the holes with paper. What to do to avoid getting an infection? The only and easiest way is to wash your hands. With this simple action you can protect yourself from possible infectious diseases.